Hi, I hope you're well. So I have Erin Condren purchase to share with you today. I got one of my Christmas presents that I'm going to give and some stuff that my husband asked me to get for him. So it's a bit of a different purchase than I would normally make, but let me show you. So the first thing I got was an agenda, and they actually sell the agendas now on their own, so you don't have to buy them with the inserts, which is great because I don't need the inserts and they're not as expensive. And this is the champagne gold, and I held off getting it because I was hoping that they would release another neutral colour in their focus range. They have it already and it's like a harbour colour. It's like a very pale grey, and I love this and I use it as a sticker book, and I wanted another one. And yeah, I was hoping they would release more of the focus colours, but they haven't. However, this was something that I was keeping an eye on because as well as wanting another one to have two sticker books, I wanted one to use to store post-its and sticky notes, because you can put in the acrylic dividers, and then what I was going to do was stick the sticky notes to them, and then whenever they run out you can just use glue gun to take it off and replace them, and that way you get to have your sticky notes organised rather than just in random drawers. But anyway, yeah, they didn't release it, and the reason I held off in getting this one was because I was worried that it was going to be really orangey gold or like warm tone gold and wasn't going to be my thing. But now that it's in front of me, it is actually on the brownie gold side, and it is really nice. So let me open it to spray the crinkle and then I will show you. Yeah, so it's definitely gold rather than tan, but I do really like it. It is that cool tone end. It's a vegan leather, and this one, because it's not the Focus collection, doesn't have the arch pattern, but you get gold hardware, and it has a little clip that just holds it together, which I like because it doesn't fall open, it stays closed. And then on the back you have embossed into it Erin Condren and the gold hardware, and that's what it looks like from the back. Open up, and then on the inside you get a black pen loop. I never use this, but it's handy to have. If I was ever on the go and I was using it as a sticker book, I could pop this little EK slice tool in here to bring it with me on the go, and that way I would have it for my stickers. Yeah, but these are designed as a planner. I just happen to use them as a sticker book. And then you get this part in the back, which is designed to slot in a notebook, but I store more stickers there. And then you have a pocket in the back, as well, that you can go right through, but you can keep stuff in there. Then in this side you have a long pocket that is for a long sticky note, small pocket credit card size here, and then 3 credit card size pockets here. And then of course you have your gold rings, and it's a 6-ring binder. These are really good quality and I do really recommend them, and I absolutely love it for my sticker planning system. I will link in the description the video where I set up my sticker book, and coming up on my channel will be a sticker book walkthrough and I'll actually show you this set up as a sticker book and everything. But yeah, I'm really delighted that I have this, because it's the last thing I was waiting on, and I can get it finished off and get that video sorted for you. It'll be part of my Planmas 2022. And then I got 2 sticker sheets. This one is their new pattern that just came out this year. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'll link it up there. But it's greens and purples and blues and that cool tone snowy feeling with all the little snowflakes through it. I use these in my memory planner for the months, and I have used them in a weekly in the hourly, and I have used them weekly in my memory planner before. I used 1 sticker sheet per week. That was in 2020. And these are just really handy. It's like having a little sticker kit, but a really simplified sticker kit where it's just the patterns, and you can add your own stickers with it and washies and stuff. I do love these. The next one I got, I customised. That one, that's the colour it came in. But this is Starry Night, and I got it in black and olive green. which is really lovely. I just have a real thing for olive green at the minute, and I was going to do it in black and purple. I was going to do it in black and like a yellow to make it look like a Starry Night, but I just, whenever I tried this colour combination, I thought, yep, that's the one. And that's another one. So I got two just in this order. And then I got a new cover. And this is that same pattern that I got in the sticker sheet, their new pattern for the year. And it's holographic and it's absolutely gorgeous. And when I saw it, I just knew I had to have it. And I use, even if I don't have a coiled planner that I'm currently using, because like for example at the minute I have a coiled planner, but it has a vegan leather cover. Behind me I have a desk where I display on these little stands here like this. You know, I've got this one because it's November. And I use them for display decor in my room. So yeah, thought I would add this one to the collection. So it's, like I said, holographic, and excuse my lights, there's nothing I can do. Holographic, and the background of it is a very pale, I want to say silver, but I also want to say white. It's so unique. It's one of the most unique ones I've seen them do, to be honest. But yeah, inside's the same as normal. You get the pattern on the outside. You get this banner here. On one side you get lines, the other side you get blank, and you can write on these with dry or wet erase markers. And then the back is the same pattern. And then this next thing you might be a little surprised by, but I got this. This is actually a monthly planner. And not that you'd be surprised by the monthly planner part, but by the cover that I chose. However, it is a present. It's not for me. My mother-in-law does card making, and she was talking to me because she knows I'm into planners and stationery, and she was looking for a suggestion on how she can keep track of what cards she needs to make and when. So it's based on events because it's card making, like birthdays, anniversaries. Someone will phone her and say, such and such is retiring from my work on the 6th of November. Will you make a card? Blah, blah, blah. And she was just putting it in a notebook. And when she suggested what she wanted, basically somewhere to note the dates, but she also needs notes pages to write notes, in that she needs, you know, make the card Plant vs Zombies, make the card she's really into butterflies or something, I don't know, that kind of thing. And I instantly thought of the monthly planner. Now I'll be honest, I was really hoping I could get her an undated version, that they were going to release an undated version, and an undated softbound specifically, but they didn't. Because then I would just be able to buy her one and she could use it year in, year out. And I decided I would get her this, by the way, for Christmas. This is her Christmas present. But anyway, yes, they don't do it. And I figured it wouldn't hurt to have the dated version. She can use it for that specific year, make all her notes, and then she can always get another one the year after and start afresh, because there'll be people that'll ask her for a card one year that maybe won't ask her for the rest. And the only downside is she'll have to write the family ones that she makes year in, year out every year. But anyway, yeah, so I got her it. So yes, this outside wouldn't be something that I would buy, although I admit it is beautiful. And it used to be a point where they couldn't sell Edavi to the UK. So I'm really glad I was able to get it. And yeah, it's just really bright and colourful and gorgeous. I love this. But you know, I wouldn't use it, but I thought my mother-in-law would really like this, so I got it. So this is the Edavi cover. And then again with the cover I just showed you. Lined on one side, blank on the back, and then the back is just the same pattern. So it is really lovely. And I just went for the platinum coil. And then because these are interchangeable, if she is really into and likes these planners, she can always change the cover. But I thought this would be something that she would personally like. However, the inside, I went with Harmony Neutral. So it's 2022-2023, it starts in January. You have monthly planner on the front. Then you have your Harmony Neutral pattern on the inside. The very best plans emerge when different perspectives meet. And then your next page, it's the same as an hourly. This is my hourly over here, actually, I'll show you. This is the vegan leather Harmony Neutral cover. You don't get the vellum page in your monthly, in the normal life planner. That's the Harmony Neutral vellum. This is a lot simpler as well. Here, if you can see mine, well obviously I've had added stickers, but aside from that, this says life planner, hourly layout. This is my life, whereas this just says monthly. And then you get the same quote page, but this is the same. So I use mine for a yearly overview with birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Easter, season changes, etc. And I did this yearly overview thing at the top and stickered mine all up, but this is the same thing. It's just plain, and you get from July 2022 to December 2023. And then your next page is for goals. A goal is a dream with a deadline, and you get 12 boxes that are lined. You don't have to use it for that. I used mine in here to call out whose birthday is what. So I knew July, mine started in July by the way. So this planner went from July 2022 to June 2023. You can buy her planners at the planner launch date, which this was, or you can buy them to run for the actual calendar year, and this monthly one's a calendar year. But anyway, so I used this for birthdays, but I have used this for spring cleaning checklists. I've used it for yearly, like for yearly to-dos, so things that you want to get done that particular year but you don't know what month you're going to do it in. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. It is a blank canvas in a way. Now it does have this harmony neutral pattern up here, and it does go into the coils, but you know, because I like that pattern, I didn't worry about covering it, and honestly my mother-in-law is not going to worry about stuff like this, so that's why I just went ahead with something simple that I knew was nice. Rather than ending up getting a flowery pattern and in bloom or something. I just chose neutral, but anyway. So then you get a line notes page and you get the quote of the month. I'll flip through what all the different quotes look like in a second, but let's look at January. After that, you get your monthly layout. So your month, a small banner of colour up at the top, and Sunday to Saturday and notes, and then a section for notes. Then you get another notes page and your dashboard, and it's all blank now. They don't have the labels, so the dotted part, line part, blank part, and dot grid. And then because this is a monthly planner, that's where you then go into notes pages, and you get 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 pages per month. So she's using this for crafting. She can write whose birthday is in what day and have an overview of the whole month, that this week she's going to have to make 5 cards, this week she's going to have to make 6, maybe she's only 1 due this week or whatever. And then over here she's got a notes page for whatever she wanted. If she's maybe craft materials to buy, she can make herself a to-do list, whatever she wanted to use that for. And then she has endless notes pages. What she could do is she could write, okay, just say there's a card due and the first one is due on the 6th. So she'll write 6th of January, in the name of the person, the name of the card, what sort of card do they like, what things are they into, when are they picking it up, and notes all about what that particular card needs to look like. I'm not much sure what she'll use it for. I'm just sort of using my imagination about if I was a card maker, what would I do? And that was where my thoughts led me when I chose this planner for something to help her. Yeah, so if you're interested, the hourly version is, there's January, right? So the hourly, you get the blanks notes page and the same cover, then the same month, notes page, dashboard, but then you, instead of going into notes pages, get a weekly layout. And I didn't think she needed this for card making. It's not a planner as such. It's specifically, like I did with my home projects, it was for a specific purpose, and the monthly planners are really good for that. People also use it for budget planning. Yeah, so let me flip through the rest. So this is February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And then at the very back, when you get to the end of your December notes pages, you get Heritage and Awareness observances. That was the same in mine. I didn't use this in my planner, but in case you need it, it lists them all out. And then you get a yearly overview, but for the next year, and this is 2024. And this is mine all filled out. So it's the exact same as you would get in the normal life planners. Yeah, so people that have children, you could use it for their school calendars and updates. There's anything you really want to track. I always just use it for a yearly overview. And then whenever I go to set up my 2024 planner, if I was using this planner and I went to set up 2024, I would already have the important dates that I knew of, and it would only be additional ones that I would need to think about in order to set up my new one. Makes it easy. Or if you're just sitting in the middle of the year and you need to check when your birthday is next year because you want to organise in advance a holiday or something, you have it here. Then you get a quote page, and then you get notes pages. And this is different than the life planner. When you get to the life planner, you are at the end of the life planner. After this page, the planner's just finished. But you can actually request, and I didn't because I thought this was plenty for what she needed it for, but you can request additional notes pages. So let me tell you how many notes pages are at the back. Give me a second. 140. And then you can add an additional 40, I believe. So you could end up with 80. And then you get this sticker page, 2 sheets at the back of just labels. They're plain, there's no metallics on them. And you have your asterisks, and it's just all the Harmony neutral colours. And then you get your back pocket that has a section in here and a section in here. And then you're at your cover. So hopefully this will be really helpful for her. I will be wrapping it up and giving it to her as a Christmas present. Right, and then as well as having that conversation with my mother-in-law, my husband also approached me about a stationery need. And this was actually why I made the order. I just used the opportunity to get those things that I had been wanting for myself, for my memory planner and for the sticker organisation, because I was actually going to wait until Black Friday because they do 30% off. But I just figured why not, because Stephen needed this and I had 20% off vouchers from getting life planners. Anyway, he asked for a notebook, and specifically he wanted to be able to have a notebook that he could divide up into sections. And initially I showed him a pocket pad because he wanted sections that you could divide, but you can move the divider. And when you get a pocket pad, you're able to lift out the divider. I remember I used it whenever I was studying for a thing in work. I had made my notes in one of them. This was years ago. And then I switched to using an Erin Condren notebook. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, so we wanted one that you could move about. And I suggested that to him. And he said, what about those ones you use where you're able to take the divider in and out? And I was like, Erin Condren don't have removable dividers. But anyway, long story short, he was talking about interchangeable covers. And I was like, so do you want me to get you a notebook and some interchangeable covers that you can just use as dividers? And he said yes. So yeah, we had a conversation about what he would like, and I went and I created him one and bought a notebook. So I got the interchangeable covers in the marquee design, and I got him a notebook with a design your own cover. So let me show you. So I picked a white background, and this is his logo. It's for his like cataloguing birds. He's a pigeon fancier now. He initially started doing it just to help his dad out, and now he's like became totally obsessed, and they're like partners in it. Anyway, so he sent me the logo and I uploaded it and then picked the white background. And yeah, it looks really well. I'm really happy with how it came. It's the same, it's an interchangeable cover, but instead of, because I picked white, it doesn't have the banner that you would normally get, but it has the lines. So if he wants to write on this with a white marker, he can. And he can also, if it gets, over time banged up or anything, he can change it easily. Yeah, so he's got his little pigeon fancier logo on the front. Erin Condren does dot grid, blank pages that are like sketch pages, lined and productivity, and he chose just lined. So I actually have a dot grid one, I'll show you. This is a dot grid one, so it's the same notebook. And I say, to be honest, when you're buying covers, if you do need a notebook, I'm not saying, you know, there's no point in buying it if you're not going to use it, because you'll end up with a ton of notebooks you don't need. But if you do, I would buy the covers on a notebook, because it works out way cheaper and you can take the covers off and use them whenever the notebook is finished. So there's a little tip for you. So this is one I'd got before. This is the dot grid one. This is what he got. So it's just take note, classic line notebook, do the right thing, and then you get your line pages. Oh, even better. Why can't they do that with dot grid? It's grey, so it's not even that bad. You don't have that bold pop of colour, and it's still the asterisk in the corner. Although in fairness, I got that other notebook ages ago, so maybe that's a new thing and they do it with all of them. I don't know that for a fact though, so don't quote me. Yeah, it's just a bunch of notes pages. I don't know how many you get, and this is a bit much to sit and count. I'll try to look and see and write it up there if it tells you on the web page. But it's all the note pages, and then arriving at one goal is the start of another. It's just your part at the back there. And then you get a set of sticker sheets, and these aren't Harmony Neutral. I don't know what the colour palette is, but various different colours. I like that they've went with a more neutral option in their notebook rather than doing it all brights. Yep, and then because I chose white, the back is just plain white, you know, because the fact on it in Erin Condren cover, the back would just be plain, so there's no edging because my edging was white, but you can still write on it and have the full page. And then the very back, when it's customized, you can customize the front and you can customize the back. And I used this picture that they took of themselves recently. That's my father-in-law, and that's Stephen, and I thought that that was nice for him to have. He doesn't know I did that. When he comes home later, I'm going to show him this book. I told him that he wasn't allowed it until I did this haul. So anyway, yeah. Then as well as that, his dividers that he wanted, that he can move around, are covers. So I got the marquee. Unfortunately, you can't buy the marquee covers without writing something on it, because I want to just leave it blank, and then he can use a white marker and write what he wants, and then make the sections whatever he wants, or a sticker or whatever. But I just wrote the SB and Sons, you know, S Brown and Sons, and he can still write what it is underneath. So I got 2, and that way he has 4. And I picked the charcoal grey. So this is actually a cover set, the marquee, that's the front, and then you pick your accent colour. Like I said, mine was grey that I picked, and I got 2 of those covers. And then what he will just do is find wherever he happens to want them. I'll do one to show you what it will look like, and slot it in. I'm gonna have these little things all over my desk anytime I get new covers. These, can you see that? You end up with them everywhere. So he would just have his cover in the front and the back, and then throughout the planner he would have the 4 dividers, and then whenever he wants a particular section, he can just go to it easily. And if he wants to move it, he can. So hopefully that'll meet that need. There we go, that's my little haul. I hope you enjoyed that and seeing everything I got. I don't know if I'll actually make a purchase on Black Friday now. I might do, because I quite fancy the acrylic calendars they've just came out with, and I fancy having one of them for whenever I decorate my office, to have as somewhere that Stephen can reference easily without having to go and look at my planner. For example, like doctor's appointments and stuff. However, they're really expensive, so I'm figuring Black Friday. Now they did this last year, unless they take the ability away, but you got 30% off, and then you could use your 20% vouchers on top, so you ended up with 50% off. So if I could get it for 50% off, it wouldn't be as bad. So we'll see, I'll keep you posted. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.